All right, welcome back to the Canadian Gun Vault Behind the Vault Door. My name is Mark Morelli. I'll be your host for this evening's podcast. All set up here, folks. Got 1 bar of battery life left. I got a glass of water, and I'm all set to go. For the people that don't realize it yet, I have a little ritual before I start up here. Nothing worse than doing a podcast and realizing that your mic isn't plugged in. I mean, sometimes mistakes get made. This can be a little bit of a frustrating process. If you've wondered why we haven't delivered a podcast in the last week and a half or so, it's because we've been working on a lot of other things. We're very excited to bring you, some fantastic stuff coming up real soon, and we've been, kind of diverting our attention and time to other areas of work for the Canadian Gun Vault. Me and my partner Dave, we've been hopping, we've been busy, and we're quite content with the direction things are taking. Just a little recap for the people that are just tuning in now. Got to thank you all for supporting our cause and making purchases from our online web store. Really thankful for all you're doing to keep us running. The calendar sales are going very well. We still have some left for the people that haven't had an opportunity to see them yet and or are just hearing about them for the first time. We have a terrific World War II machine gun calendar. We're dedicating $5 from the purchase of every sale is going to Wounded Warrior Foundation of Canada, taking care of our troops. We truly believe that it's important to kick back here at the Canadian Gun Vault to those organizations and certainly honor our militaries. It's important to us that we continue to move forward. We do that through the sale of the merchandise. We're really kind of happy to give you really high quality stuff, and everybody who gets it seems to be quite happy with it. If you bought the t-shirts, the hats, the tactical patches, I mean, we put out some different things, and the response we've gotten has actually been fantastic. They make really great stocking stuffers, some of those things. And Brandon and his Tactical Woodworks custom wood grips, he is bumping out some incredible product, and those new stands, love them. I've already talked to a couple of people that say that they're not going to be going to their next IPSC match without those stands. Like the idea of the boys not throwing their guns on the table and instead utilizing those stands, which, display the gun proudly. Instead of a mess of guns being on a bench filled with, screws, nails, and staples, that ruin the finish of your gun, you can instead keep your gun looking pretty good up on the stand, and thankful for the people that have purchased them so far. I'm glad you're all happy with them. Thank you again so much, all you guys. You've been great. So I'm at the week of crazy running around. I had an opportunity to photograph our new mystery model. Every once in a while here at the Canadian Gun Vault, we're going to be selecting people to appear in the pages of our Facebook and our Instagram. This young lady and her boyfriend came to my attention. Really fantastic couple. I'm seeing a lot of that these days. Absolutely love the personalities I'm meeting on the line. Always have, but the couple action is really fantastic to see those dynamics out there, especially when you've got ladies with a lot of sass. I really like that. I'm seeing a lot of very confident young ladies out there on the line with their men, and what a great thing to see. And it's been a little while since I've gotten to the range, but we're back into filming, and I'm really proud to announce that we got some fantastic stuff coming up. If you've missed seeing us pulling the trigger on some guns and doing some things, Dave's got some great ideas. We've managed to corral some of your favorites for some filming sessions. So be patient, folks. We're going to be dropping them once a week, I think, is going to be our standard release time. I'd love to be able to give you twice a week, but if things go wrong and we get a few bad weeks of weather, it kind of puts pressure on us. So please, if you could, be content with once a week. I'll try and deliver a podcast or two in there so you'll have something else to listen to or watch. Again, we're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. If you guys continue to listen to these and spread them around a little bit, I'm really glad to keep doing them for you. Provide me with a terrific creative outlet. So, I'm in my home today, and I'm thinking, what are we going to do next? What would be cool? Well, it's been a while. Tomorrow is December 2nd. I believe. By the time you guys listen to this podcast, it'll probably be the day of. That was the day that we began the YouTube channel. That was our first launch date. So we thought we better do something really special for like the anniversary of our launch. And, you know, we thought about it for a little bit, and what we came up with was this. For those of you that didn't scroll down far enough, one of our videos went kind of like viral. I would call it that. It was there for a couple of months, and you know, it got, you know, nominal amounts of attention, and then all of a sudden it just like took off. Like, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's the shotgun pistol video. This Rossi shotgun pistol, we'd given it away as one of our contest prizes very early on in the Canadian Gun Vault's lifespan. The gentleman that won the pistol, you know, was thrilled. I mean, this thing's like a monster. We've fired different things through it. You can fire, you know, regular bird shot, buckshot. You can fire slugs, or you can fire Brent's home-loaded ammunition. And for those of you that, you know, haven't ever seen Honda Rider, you know, he's a bit of a ghost online, but in Instagram, but he exists. It's like a legend. That guy throws together the most insane 12-gauge shot shell slugs ammunition that I've ever experienced. I wouldn't want to fire this thing at anything but the shotgun pistol, which is built like a tank. But let me tell you something, folks. I mean, you fire double-aught buck, you know, 3-inch shell out of that gun, and you know you're holding on to a lot of power. Then you fire Brent's loads, and you realize that those other shells should just pack it in and go home. There's nothing like them. And for the people that are sitting there going, well, you know, how bad can it be? I can tell you right now, the recoil is nothing short of insanely vicious. And to pull the trigger on that thing in anything less than, you know, really comfortable weather, when it gets cold, you know, it's kind of dicey. It feels like someone hits your hand with a sledgehammer. Throughout the course of that video, people had seen me shaking my hand, and I tried to answer as many times as I could when, you know, I got called a wuss for shaking my hand so much during the course of that video. But I got to tell you, I had been rained on twice that day, and I'll tell you the story. You know, you got to go out there to change targets. I got caught in the rain twice that day, and then the temperature just plummeted. So like my clothes were a little bit damp, and my hands were frozen. And I wasn't, you know, I wasn't surprised when I went inside and found that I had frostbite after shooting that video. And, you know, so my hand was shaking for a good reason. It was pretty damn cold. So I'm looking forward to doing something that I haven't done in a very long time. And believe it or not, for the 1-year anniversary, we're going to be taking out the Rossi shotgun pistol. We're going to get together with Tango Mike. And we've decided, you know, like Tango Mike, when I delivered the pistol to him and, you know, presented it to him at the range, I brought a couple of different types of ammo, including some of Brent's home-loaded ammunition. Now, what you need to know is that nobody has ever fired Brent's home-loaded ammunition out of that platform, that little shotgun pistol. Nobody's ever fired more than 5 rounds of Brent's home loads in a sitting. Like, it's never been done. And I can tell you right now, I did it one night with Brent, and you know, he fired a shot, I fired a shot, and we went shot for shot as the sun went down. And people must have thought we were lunatics, because like all you saw was this ridiculously gigantic ball of fire jumping out of this gun every time he pulled the trigger. And by the time I got to shot number 5 and he got to shot number 5, both of us kind of agreed that that was about as much as either one of us can take. So, you know, when I gave the pistol to Mike, I gave him one of Brent's home loads, and I told him, I said, look, these are not like the other ones. So, like, seriously, dude, hold on. And, you know, he took it like a champ. He pulled the trigger, but he did turn, you know, to the side and look at me and goes, he went, Jesus. I know, yeah, I know. So, you know, what better way to celebrate the anniversary of our, you know, very first YouTube launch than to break out the shotgun pistol? And we've gotten a hold of some of Brent's home loads. I'm going to do my best to get Brent there as well. Like for him to be present for the event. We're even going to have a few special items that are going to be there for the video. You know, but the hallmark feature of this one, folks, is going to be that we're going to go shot for shot, Mike and I. We're going to chronograph that gun. A lot of you asked questions about the power levels generated by that gun, and we had initially chronographed it at 1,300 feet per second. The projectile weighs, I believe, just shy of 600 grains, and a lot of people have said that, well, the 500 is a more powerful gun. I can tell you that it probably, in most circumstances, might be, but when you put Brent's home loads into the equation, it's a game changer. So we're going to be doing this shot for shot. We got a tray of Brent's home loads. I think we have a maximum of 10 each. I'm a little concerned because I'm a pretty competitive cat. So is Tango Mike. I don't know if you've seen him on the Instagram page. He's definitely winning my vote for most improved when it comes to competition shooting and getting behind the curve and getting in front of it, rather, I should say, really fast as it comes to competitive shooting. Definitely got a lot of natural talent. IPSC, TDSA, whatever the heck it is that he does, he moves quick, and he's an aggressive style competitor. So to actually get on the firing line in front of the gong and go head to head with Tango Mike and that shotgun pistol, I'm a little concerned, for the future of my hand. But I'm going to give him my best shot, see if I can keep up with that guy. Truth be told, I'm going to leave him in the dust. But then again, he's just hearing this for the first time. I've told him it was going to be a friendly shooting match there on the sidelines. But the truth is I'm coming out to win. Tango Mike, you better bring your A game, buddy, because you know what? I'm not going to give up first. We may run out of shells. If we get to 10 and we both haven't conceded defeat without conking ourselves in the head, there will be safety protocol in place. Folks, we will have a referee on hand that will let us know if things get a little too out of hand. But we will definitely be going toe-to-toe and right to the finish line if I have anything to do with it. On this shotgun pistol, and we're really looking forward to delivering this one to you guys. We know you've been waiting to see it. To all our American viewers, we know you guys like this thing because you can't get it there. You have to file the necessary paperwork, and not too many people have done anything like this. So to see this sort of thing online obviously generated a lot of attention. Demolition Matt came up here to Canada, and I believe he was doing some kind of marathon type item with his lady friend, his wife. In the Toronto area, and he managed to make it to one of our local ranges. And of course, Matt had brought up that he was interested in shooting this shotgun pistol, and no doubt, because I'm hoping that he actually saw the video, and that's what drew his interest to it, knowing that it was up there. I don't know how he exactly ended up at this local range, but there was some mention in his video that he was kind of looking forward to that, and somebody had kind of dropped that one in his ear, or he knew about it. Really looking forward to meeting that guy one day. Very excited about that. I've got a couple of people I'd like to meet. Matt would definitely be one of them. I think I'd like to meet, for sure, Hickok. If you're out there listening, buddy, I definitely would love to meet you one day. Wouldn't mind going round for round on the compound with you. If if you would ever be generous enough to invite me down there, I would fly down there in a heartbeat. To ring some steel with you. But anyway, that aside, we're really looking forward to delivering some fantastic new videos. We've got a couple other things coming up, but I don't want to spoil it for you. For the people out there that, are just tuning in, we're really, really enjoying the idea of continuing to provide you with 100% original Canadian content. For the people out there in Canada that have been waiting for a firearm-related channel where you get a little bit of everything, we're hoping to cover all the bases. That means we're going to cover all the competitive events eventually. We're definitely going to showcase, the collectible firearms. We're getting into the hunting aspects. Got some friends that are into hunting. I'm hoping to get out there myself at some point. I've been invited, I don't know how many times over the years, and I've always ultimately found a reason not to go. I don't think that I'm shying away from it. It's just, my life has gotten in the way. I'd like to make a little time to get out there and do some hunting. I'm really hopeful that, Bugsy or one of the boys will bring me out. Got some long-range stuff coming up for you guys that love reaching out there and touching something. We got something special coming up for you very shortly. Got to talk to my boy Aresha about that. And really looking forward to sitting down and discussing some of the possibilities. The competitive shooters, we're definitely looking at following you. And for the guys out there that do sporting clay, you can expect to see us definitely looking at you and asking if you would be content with us doing some filming of sporting clay and skeet and trap. You guys have got some fantastic activities out there. Really like the shotgun sports, 5-stand, humbling. For those of you that haven't tried 5-stand yet, like, I mean, there are birds coming from every direction. These clay discs, that you shoot at. It's one thing to shoot at, like duck hunt, like a disc just flies out of a house and goes in one of 5 directions. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to have like 2 birds go up in the air this way and like 2 run across the ground, sideways bouncing on the ground. I mean, it's fast. Sporting clay is definitely an exciting sport that we're looking to cover. So for the people out there that, listen in, we always like to give you updates and let you know kind of the direction we're heading in. We're very excited with some of the things we're seeing. Some things we can tell you about, some things we can't. We got to wait patiently before we deliver anything. We want to make sure that you're getting, accurate information and certainly things that we can deliver on. And deliver we shall. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed tonight's podcast. My name is Mark Morelli, and as always, Canada, don't forget to shoot straight, stay safe.